The population of an area includes persons of various ages. The age composition of a population, sometimes called as age structure or age distribution, is one of the most basic characteristics of a population. One cannot proceed very far in the study of population growth or migration without an examination of age composition. The age composition is important for understanding the natality and mortality of a community. Age differences may create social and economic differences. Determinants of age structure. The age structure of a population is determined basically by three factors: fertility, mortality and migration. Clark rightly points out that these three determinants of age structure are interdependent and any change in one of these may influence the other two, and it is through these variables that the socio-economic conditions influence the age structure. It is fertility rate that determines the proportion of population in different age categories. That is why the countries of Latin America, Africa and Asia, which are characterized by high birth rates, display large proportions in young age groups. Since the longevity of life in these countries is also short, the proportion of population in old age groups is also not very large. In most of the countries of these continents, about 2/5 of population is below 15 years of age. By contrast, the countries with low fertility rate and with long expectation of life have about 1/4 of their populations in the young age groups. But the proportion of population in the older age groups in these countries is relatively large. Thus, most of the countries of Europe and North America, which have completed their demographic transition, have an age composition where the proportion of young population is low and that of the old population is high. A continuous downward trend in fertility contributes to the increase in the proportion of population in older ages. Such has been the case with United States, Northwestern European countries and the CIS countries, Australia, New Zealand and Japan. The impact of migration upon the age composition of a population can be analyzed in a similar way, but the specific impact of migration on age distribution is very much different from that of fertility and mortality, because the migrants have their own typical age pattern as well as natural increase pattern. As the migrants tend to be relatively younger and possessing high rate of natural increase, their usual short-term impact is the decline in the proportion of older adults and the aged population. This youthful effect continues if the volume of migration is maintained. The youthful effect will tend to decline, however, if the volume of migration tapers off or the new migrants happen to be of older ages. Thus, the impact of migration upon age structure is largely because of the fact that migration tends to be age selective. As people in working age group of 15 to 30 are more mobile than the people in the younger age groups, the age structure of the two areas involved in the process gets modified significantly. These basic factors of fertility, mortality and migration apart, the age structure of a population is also influenced significantly by wars, which are highly male selective in their causality, catastrophe, natural calamities, population policies, etc. The impact of wars is most pronounced on the age distribution, as these take a heavy toll of young males.